SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a video on the TVP 5051, the Tier 10 Czechoslovakia medium tank that just got buffed. So what do they do to it? They reverted to the changes they did in update 4.6, which was changed the reload from 28 to 31 seconds. So now, used to reload was 31 seconds, now it's back down to 28 seconds, and they admitted they were wrong about the changes. So, TVP lost 3 seconds, so it doesn't really seem like a lot, but I can actually tell you, I actually prefer the TVP over the machine, because the TVP outclasses the machine in some ways, but not always. It outclasses the machine in turret transverse, horsepower per ton, track transverse, and view range, and signal range. But that view range is huge. It's like the second most in the game. It's almost as good as the 48 patent, which has the highest view range in the game, if you're not considering light tanks. So I kind of want to go over the stats of the TVP. So the rate of fire is 7.24 rounds per minute, which it has a penetration of 248 on its standard, 310 on its premium, and 50 on its high explosive. It does 320 damage on its standard and premium, and 420 damage on its high explosive. It has an accuracy of 0.35 and an aim time of 2.1. Its transverse speed on its track is 54 degrees a second. Turret armor is 120 at the front, 80 at the sides, and 60 at the back, which it can ricochet some shots in the front sometimes. Transfer speed of the turret is 36 degrees a second. Its view range is 410, and signal range is 850, which is massive. Now the hit points, it only has 1,800 hit points, which is actually kind of depressing. Also, it beat it out on concealment ratings. Stationary rating is a 0.23, and moving is a 0.18. It also has the horsepower to weight ratio. Well, it has 1,000 horsepower, and its horsepower to weight ratio is 25. It goes 60 forward and 20 backwards, and it has a fire chance of 10%. It also beats the machine out right there. And its gun depression is 8 degrees, gun elevation is 20 degrees, shots per clip is 4, and its inner clip reload is 1.71. And now I kind of want to talk about armor. It has, on the whole, 65 at the front, which will occasionally bounce stuff, 40 at the sides, and 20 at the back. 30 at the back, sorry. And that's it about the TVP. It also fires APCR standard, keeps its premium, and high explosive as high explosive. And it gets 48 rounds. And the equipment I'm using on my TVP is camo binocs and vertical stabilizers. And my crew's not that big. It actually only has 9 perks. Okay, load. It has swimming lessons, green thumb, sixth sense, deadeye, camouflage, mentor, repairs, and brothers in arms. And it's also training, controlled, and backed. So yeah, I love using the TVP as a spotter tank. That's why I have the binoculars and camo net. Because I realized when I first got the tank, this tank has really good view range, so it can outspot its enemies. It can also work out afar, and still be up in the front lines spawning out its enemies because it's good camera rating. My camera rating, like the percent of camera rating I have on this tank with everything equipped, is 92%, which is pretty good for a giant medium tank like itself. Which also helps out on its hit points. And also in a storm like Blizzard, the TVP excels at because it has so good view range, and the concealment is really good on this tank. And I could actually feel this reload so much better. It's a lot better. It's not as good as the 22 seconds it used to have, but it's better. And I can understand why they didn't want to change it back to 22 seconds. Well, not really. I can't really understand, but I could somewhat, I guess. They wanted to, probably because they wanted to make little changes, because they don't want to make a giant change to a tank, then have to revert back if it made the tank too OP. I don't really say, yeah. That's probably why they're just making small little changes to all these tanks. That's probably why. But anyway, that's my guess. Right now, we're doing really good in PvP. Well, as soon as I say that, we died by the IS-7. I actually seen the IS-7 coming, and I was like, ooh, I gotta run away. But he killed me before I could run away. So that's fine. Alright, we had a victory on Murska. And we did 5,290 damage, 2,773 assisted, made 30,000 silver, and 2 kills. And we only get second on the leaderboards, where you were outcast by the Vengeance. Alright guys, if you liked this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All the birds, SLAPAFISH, because while we're there, and peace out, see ya.